Hello, and thanks for joining us today for the Legends of the Hidden Intent. I'm your guide, Kate, and today we'll be watching 6 teams compete to win deals and surf the party wave, and of course, set themselves up for renewal. Many of you are probably familiar with the Legends of the Hidden Temple game from Nickelodeon back in like 1993. We've changed this game just slightly to make it a little bit more in line with the Bombora brand, and to help you understand the ways that hidden intent data can help your business win deals and even renewals. To find the hidden intent, contestants must navigate a number of challenges along the buying journey. Round 1 is the Moat, where teams will understand the importance of identifying which businesses they can sell to in a reasonable amount of time. Round 2 is the Steps of Knowledge, where teams will get an understanding of why it's better to have multiple sources of data and what all you can do with that data. For round 3, in true Bombora fashion, teams have the chance to participate in the party wave games, where they will compete for a chance to surf the party wave by using intent data to personalize outreach and make it more timely. Finally, in round 4, teams will have to successfully surf the party wave to win deals and avoid churn. Let's get started. What are the legends of the hidden intent? The legends say intent data helps sales and marketing teams find the businesses who are ready to buy before their competition does. It's been told that every prospective buyer leaves behind a trail of digital breadcrumbs. If you can find and follow this trail, you'll uncover hidden intent. Based on that hidden intent, sales and marketing teams can know which accounts are actively showing interest in their products or services, and from there deploy buyer-led ABM campaigns to prioritize their resources more effectively. Today's winning team must find the hidden intent, use it for timely personalized outreach, and become the ultimate deal closer. This will earn them the opportunity to ride Surf God Huey's party wave. One of these 6 teams will have a chance to uncover hidden intent signals and win the deal. Who will it be? The Red Jaguars? Cheering. The Blue Barracudas? More cheering. The Green Monkeys? Cheering over here. The Orange Iguanas? Some cheering in the back. Purple Parrots? A little bit of cheering. Or the Silver Snakes? Wild cheering in the front row. All right, so let's get started. On your mark, get set, go. Round 1, the Moat. The first step to riding the party wave is building a bridge of solid accounts to sell your product to. And the Red Jaguars and the Silver Snakes came out of the gate hot, but they didn't want to slow down and do the work. Instead, they simply picked accounts with cool sounding names off of a list that they found on the road. Their weak bridges collapsed, and unfortunately, they fell into the moat and were eliminated safely with no harm. Meanwhile, the Blue Barracudas, the Green Monkeys, and the Orange Iguanas, and the Purple Parrots advanced to round 2 by building strong bridges based on data and uncovering a list of ICP accounts. That's ideal customer profile accounts for you newbies out there. We watched them review data from their existing database and identify patterns among their best customers. These signals have potential to tell them who else could be good customers. Then they gathered a list of accounts that looked similar to those customers, either based on firmographic data, tech install data, industry, and a number of other factors that they initially identified as being important and likely to make successful customers. After they were done doing that, most of the teams checked Bombora's company surge intent data to find even more in-market accounts that they hadn't previously considered. They added those accounts to the list too, and used Bombora's native HubSpot integration to automatically add those new accounts into their database for upcoming campaigns. This strategy is really going to pay off for some of the teams down the road so that they can execute on campaigns faster and more effectively, and with a higher level of confidence because their data is already in a place where they're used to working with it. Round 2, the Steps of Knowledge. We have 4 teams, remember, competing to advance. It's now up to these teams to navigate the steps of knowledge using their knowledge of buyer interests. First up is the Orange Iguanas. They used engagement data from their own website to identify some interested prospects and get a reply. Wow, they got lucky those prospects were already on their website. The Blue Barracudas narrowly make it down the stairs ahead of the Purple Parrots, eliminating the Purple Parrots. How'd they do it? They looked at G2 reports and spotted a couple late-stage deals that were eyeing up their competitors. They swooped in and captured their attention. The Green Monkeys, meanwhile, quickly eliminated themselves when they got distracted by a shiny piece of software and failed to make it down the steps at all. We're now on to round 3. If you're keeping score at home, we have 2 teams left, the Blue Barracudas and the Orange Iguanas. In round 3, the Party Wave games, there's 3 games that the teams will compete in using data that they've gathered on their target account list. They're trying to be more personalized and more timely in their outreach, and whichever team does the best in this round gets to advance to the final round and surf the Party Wave. First Party Wave game is an email campaign. Teams are tested to see who can create the most personalized, relevant, and timely email campaign to attract hand raisers. As you can see from the examples on this slide, the Blue Barracudas made an attempt, but at the end of the day, their messaging was too generic and didn't get a lot of attention. Meanwhile, the Orange Iguanas did a much better job referencing hobbies relevant to their prospect and topics that their prospects are researching on digital channels. The Orange Iguanas also provided an educational resource before asking for a demo, winning the trust of the buyer and ultimately winning the first party game. While doing so, they also used Bambura's intent data to help with the personalization of the topics, which earned them a Pendant of Life. For those of you who are hidden Temple fans, you know that a Pendant of Life could be life-saving at the end of the game when surfing the Party Wave and trying not to fall off. This is a definite advantage that the Orange Iguanas have. But we're moving into game 2. There's still 2 games to go. For game 2, both teams are tasked with creating an ad campaign. The Orange Iguanas started off by using intent data from Bambura and G2 to identify in-market accounts that were in consideration stage and serving them ads, encouraging them to book a demo. In fact, the Blue Iguanas also served up a book a demo campaign, but they failed to use the data to identify best accounts to target, ended up wasting some budget, and ultimately fell just short of the Orange Iguanas in game 2. But we still have game 3, which is all about cold calling. Can the Blue Barracudas earn enough points to make a comeback? We'll find out. The task at hand here is which team can run the most personalized, relevant, and timely calling campaign to lock in prospects for a demo. Wow, the Blue Barracudas finally got the hang of personalization. They called in-market accounts and used scripts that were based on topics that the accounts were researching. But is it too late? We better tally up the points. Okay, it's time for round 4, the Party Wave Surf, and the results are in. The Orange Iguanas have just enough points to move on to round 4 and surf the Party Wave. The Orange Iguanas, in mere minutes, managed to use hidden intent to identify a late-stage prospect considering a competitor. Working quickly, they engage the account, win it away from the competitor, and wow, they execute a clean drop right into Huey's Party Wave. But will they make it across the shark-infested waters of legal review and through the current of procurement? I'm very proud of that rhyme, by the way. Congratulations, Orange Iguanas, you did it. You proved yourself worthy and got to surf the Party Wave. You are also lucky to have the Pendant of Life when things got a little bit dicey in the current of procurement. But they did it. The Orange Iguanas made it to the Shrine of the Golden Octopus by getting the deal signed. They carefully assembled the Golden Octopus, which is a very challenging thing to do, which most of you fans know. They assembled it in a sturdy way to ensure a renewal and are preparing themselves to use hidden intent data to expand the deal and include new solutions next year. Well done, Orange Iguanas. So key takeaways here. This was obviously a little bit silly, but it's important to have some fun while you're using intent data. And intent data is really valuable at multiple stages of the buyer's journey. We hope that this sort of highlighted a couple of the different places that intent data can be applied, especially for those of you who are just getting started with intent data or might only be using it in one way, hoping that it's sort of expanded maybe some of the ideas you have about using it. So just quick overview starting at the top. You're really looking to identify target accounts. You want to use as much data as possible, first-party data, firmographic data, third-party intent data, just anything that you can and data from your own database, of course, but anything you can that signals an intent is more likely than your average to be a good quality prospect and someone that you can potentially convert in a relatively short amount of time. And then also multiple sources of intent data are even more valuable than a single source. So taking, again, that first party intent data from your own website, third party intent data from providers like Bombora, or even intent data that's really kind of explicit from places like G2 Crowd, G2, and applying that to your formula for determining the best accounts to work. And in summary, the more data, the better. And then many of our customers are using intent data to prioritize the outreach, make sure that it's delivered on time, make sure that you're spending your money on accounts that are in market and not wasting your budget. And then, of course, making sure that that outreach is personalized to the topics. We at Bombora, we use topic clusters to identify accounts that are interested in a specific kind of category of topics. Or a particular topic cluster based on a particular product. For example, this gives us the ability to reach out and be precise with what the buyer is actually interested in and currently researching. So it makes it easier to start a conversation because you're building trust already by being really on topic and really answering questions that they are already asking via their research on the internet. And then finally, building a strong foundation. Again, all that being super relevant upfront builds trust, and then continuing that once a prospect has already become a customer, it's important to ensure the renewal, uncover opportunities for upsell down the road, paying attention to what the organization is researching across all of the different web properties. So take advantage of some of these ways to use intent data today. Hope you can surf the party wave and enter the shrine of the golden octopus. If you have more questions about using intent data, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My name is Kate Athmer. You can find me on LinkedIn, or if you would just like to come to our website and book a demo, someone from our sales team will give you a personalized overview of how exactly intent data can be used for your organization, specifically what kind of topic coverage we have for you, and just the different platforms that you might be able to implement it into. So don't be shy to reach out if you have more questions. I hope you enjoyed this little nostalgic journey back to the 90s like I did. It was really fun to put this deck together. Have to give credit to Marissa, Chantel, and Heather for the design. It turned out really fabulous and really fun. Thanks for being here, and hope you guys come at me with some questions. Have a good one. Bye.